Hi guys, welcome back to North Computers. My name is Badiona Bazin. Today I will show you how to install osTicket and system on Ubuntu 22.04. So let's open Ubuntu. I will show you some commands. So this time, since there will be a few commands, I'll show them here in the text editor. Open terminal. Okay, so first we have to update the packages, installed packages. Okay, my drag and drop shared clipboard is disabled. Let's see. Okay. So first you have to enter this command in the terminal. To make sure all the packages are up to date. It is important to mention that I will install it on a local host, basically, which means that I'm not installing it on a hosted server or something like this. I'm going to install it on a local host. If you want to install it on the server or hosted, something like that, you're gonna have to go to another tutorial, but this particular tutorial is for installing osTicket on the local host. Okay, so now there's one trick in VirtualBox that I want to do, is that I want enable different kind of network settings, because for example now let's see our IP address. Okay, so to see IP address on Ubuntu, you have to how do I increase the size of the font? Is too big. Okay, 16. Okay, so here what we want to do is I want to see the IP address of this Ubuntu system. Usually the command is ifconfig, but by default is not installed. So to use this command ifconfig, we have to install this program sudo apt nettools. So the nettools, let's install nettools. It's installed. Clear. So now if you want to see this is the actual IP address of this particular system right now, and I want to change it to the same IP as that the host system, the Windows system, has. So if I open Windows command prompt, here the IP address, you type ipconfig and you will see that it's 192.168.56.1. So I want the Ubuntu in the VirtualBox to have the same address so that it will be easier to configure for osTicket. So to do that, you go to this VirtualBox manager, you choose the system, you click settings, and then you go to network, and you see we're gonna change from NAT to bridge adapter. Click OK. So these settings you can change even while the system is running. Now you go to type ifconfig again. I still didn't update. Okay, actually it did update already, you see. But I don't understand why it's 0144. Okay. I don't know what's going on. 56, this is something else. Okay. Okay, so it's actually 0195 Ethernet adapter. I don't understand. Usually it's supposed to be the same, but okay, so it's not working as expected, but we're not going to be stopped by this. Okay, what I will do, I will shut down Ubuntu. So I think I know what's going on is because I have in my network I have a couple of switches, so it's possible that a different address is picked up. In any case, what I will do now, I will test now. I'm going to install Apache and we'll see from there if we can access Ubuntu from our network. Okay, let's open terminal and see. Okay, so we have here 144. Let's install Apache. Apache is a web server. For those who don't know, so okay, so it works. Basically what I did now, for those who don't know, I installed Apache. Once you install Apache on the Ubuntu, it basically becomes available. It's a web server which becomes available on your local network. So this window is from a Windows system, host system, and it's not within the virtual box. But because I installed Apache, now you have access to your web server page from your whole local network. Like if you enter this address now, the address which is showing here, the ifconfig, this address is going to be something different for sure on your computer. So if you enter it on any of the devices like your phone, your tablet, it's supposed to open this web page. Okay, so let's continue with the installation of osTicket. The next step we want to do is actually this one was part of the steps, was one of the steps to install osTicket. So just to make it clear, we executed this command and this one. Okay, so this command, it has installed all the updated the existing packages inside Ubuntu system. This one, we installed the web server Apache. next step is to so now we have to start and enable the service of the Apache. So it will be this command. Okay, I'm gonna try to increase the font. Here as well. 16 is too big, I'll make it 14. Okay. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is, so this is basically to activate, to start the Apache. Now we have to check if the service is running with this command. You see it says active, so it's good. If it doesn't in your case, that means you have to reinstall it and enter this command again. Okay, so the next step is we have to install PHP. This is a long command because it includes a lot of packages. So I'll probably put it in a description so you don't have to type it all, but sometimes typing is a good practice too. Okay, so let's enter this command, which will install PHP. So in terminal there's a trick, if you don't know. You see, like since we entered previous command, it did not quit this Apache status service session, so we have to select terminal and click Control C, and now we will enter this command inside the terminal and hit enter. Now let's enter this command to see which version, if it was properly installed, and which version. So you see it shows PHP 8.1.2 Zend Engine, so it means it was installed properly. Okay, the next thing we need to install is the MariaDB database server. Because osTicket is using databases, that's why we need to install MariaDB. This is the command to install MariaDB server. Now we need to start it with this command. And we have to also check its status with this command. So it says active. It's good. Click Ctrl C on the keyboard. So now we have to create a database inside MariaDB. To do that, first you have to enter inside MariaDB, so you type MariaDB, hit enter. Try with sudo. Okay, so yeah, you have to enter it with sudo. So now the next step is we have to create a database for the osTicket. This is the command. Okay, I skip this here. It will be sudo. Enter. So once you're inside MariaDB, it's using a specific syntax. I think it's similar to the MySQL. Alright, so this command means that we will create a database with the name osTicket. Now we have to grant privileges. Basically, we're creating a password for the database osTicket. So here you can see we're gonna need to change this. So whatever you want, you put here and make your password. I'm gonna make it something simple. So this will be how many? 1, 2, 7. Okay, So you copy this, paste, hit enter, done. Then we have to enter this command, still inside MariaDB, flash privileges, and then you type this command, exit. Bye bye. Okay, the next one is to basically to install the actual osTicket. To do that, we're going to open files, and we'll go to downloads, right click, open in terminal. So we want to download osTicket installer file. With this command. Boom. Okay, so it says that curl is not installed. Let's install curl. Okay, curl is installed. This is like I'm doing like a real beginner. It's for real beginners because I'm a beginner also. Okay, so now you click here and you hit the arrow up key on your keyboard, so it will show you the previous commands that you have entered. So this one we don't need. Go click again, arrow up, and you'll see this one. Or if you don't want to do it, you just copy paste this one or type it. Enter. Okay, so now what happened is that we downloaded osTicket inside the downloads. You see it's here. Now we have to move it to a particular folder where actually is it's a folder from where Apache and osTicket are taking the, how to say, appointed to open the web page, because osTicket is a kind of a web page, but because it's using databases and PHP, it's a little bit more advanced than a regular page. So what we do now, if you want directly to copy it to this folder. We have to copy it to this folder. I'll show you which one. We have to copy it here. Other locations, computer. So basically here you're going to, this is your file system. This is where the Linux is installed. It has a different folder structure. It's not like in Windows. In Windows you have C program files and Windows 32, System 32, Windows, my documents, and so on. So here, this is the root folder of a Linux file system. So we have to go here, vir www.html. So we want to copy this file here, but it will not let us. Let me show you. You see, you cannot paste it because this folder has special permissions, which means that only the root owner is able to copy stuff in this folder. So we can do it either by command line with root permissions, or we can do it with another trick I'll show you. So basically what you want to do, keep this, no, this you can close, right click on this, copy, and then we have to open the file manager. This is a file manager like File Explorer in Windows, but this is for Ubuntu, so it's called Nautilus. We have to open it with root privileges, so we can paste the file which is already just copied. In case again, we can paste now. Right now it's in the memory of the computer. And now let's open Nautilus with root privileges. You type sudo Nautilus. So you see now it opened, this particular window is opened in root mode. You go here, other locations, computer, var www.html, and now you can paste. You see? Okay, so now we can close this. We can close it here and then close this. Close terminal. Now we have to unpack. We have to unpack the file. To unpack it, we have to first go there with the terminal. So you go other locations, computer. Now we're in a regular mode, but the file is already there, so it's fine. HTML. Right click, open in terminal. So So now we have to enter this command, but pay attention because here the name does not correspond to this one, so we have to change the name to the one which is, the name of the actual file that we have. This, and we have to add also sudo. Copy, paste. So the syntax of this command, basically it means you give root permissions, you unzip the file. This is the name of the file that you unzip. The D, I'm not sure what it means. You can check in on Google on help section, and this means that it will create a folder named osTicket, and the files will be unzipped inside this folder. You see? Okay, the next step is that we will copy the configuration for the osTicket. So it will be this one, this command. I use sudo just in case. Okay, it was copied. Then we have to give the right permissions to the folder that for the osTicket folder, for this folder, you see. So it will be this. This one also has to be with sudo. So here you can see that the syntax is R, I think it's meaning write, so we can write inside this folder, and this is a location of the folder. So basically we're giving particular rights to this folder, I mean permissions for the user, for the basically osTicket to use this folder. So this basically the chmod. It has the codes, so each particular code corresponds to a particular type of permission. I don't know by heart right now. We just have to paste, copy paste. This one also. Okay, so the next step is to create Apache virtual host file. So with this command, what we will do is we will change the folder. We'll change the location where in the terminal. Change directory to this. Okay, so right now we're inside this directory. Let's type ls for list. That means we want to see what's inside. Okay, now that we are inside, we see what's inside. If you want, you can also open it inside this file manager if you're more visual. So it's other locations, etc, Apache 2, sites available. So you see, these are the two files we can see here. So now we want to create a new file. This I'll put it here. I want to create a new file with this command. We're gonna create a new file inside this folder. Okay, because it's a system folder, we don't have permissions, so I have to do it with sudo. Enter. You see, it appeared. So now we want to open it, and we want to paste. Okay, so you can open it either from here, but it's better to do it from terminal because we're gonna need permissions. So to open the file, we're gonna use a terminal text editor called Nano. Sudo nano and the name of the file that we want to open. So it's osTicket.conf. So right now it's empty because we just created it, and what we have to paste inside is this text. Okay, so this text here, important part is that this is made for a domain, so this we want to change it to our IP address. And just to remind you, what's the IP address? ifconfig This is the IP address we want to type in, so that when you will be accessing osTicket on your local network, you'll have to enter this address. Of course, you will have a different address, so don't just copy paste what you see here. Paste. Now we have to save the file in Nano, this program. Keep this window active. Click here on top and hit Ctrl S to save what we entered. Ctrl S. You see, wrote 12 lines. It means it's saved. And now Ctrl X to exit. And if you want to make sure it's still there, you go there again and you'll see it's there. Ctrl X. Okay, now we have to enable what is called we have to enable the Apache configuration for osTicket. With this command. And then there's another command. Okay, this one, the rewrite, was to enable Apache rewrite module, and this command is to enable Apache configuration for osTicket. Let's do this also. He's saying that we have to activate the new configuration, we have to run this. So let's run this with sudo. Okay. Now we can check if there are any syntax errors with this command. Syntax okay. So you can see the message here. Could not reliably determine the server's fully qualified domain name using localhost. So basically the fix for this is the following. Okay, before that we're gonna have to reload. Okay, yeah, we did the reload. Okay, so to fix this, because right now if you type in the address of your osTicket here, I mean the IP address. Okay, it actually works already, but just in case, to remove that thing, we have to go you have to change something in the Apache configuration file. That is this is a location of the Apache configuration file. So we will open it with nano sudo nano and then all we have to do is to add on top of the file. You see, once your cursor is here, click enter, hit enter, go up and paste. This one you have to put it on top. Now save it, Control S, exit, Control X, and let's try again that command reload Apache. You see, it doesn't show this warning that we saw about the fully qualified domain name. Now let me test again if this is okay. Yes. Okay, and let me show you that it's also available on your host system and on your network, on your whole network. So you don't have to do it just from this VirtualBox. So you go to, let me open my browser. Here, this browser is part of Windows. (1.18.1) you see. So now you have access to your osTicket installer. So we're not done yet. I will continue installation from this particular menu in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.